What is going on, everybody? It's Mike here from the Garage Beers Podcast, and you know what time it is? Let's have this drink and talk about the Cavs. Rough one for the Cavs tonight in Toronto. Second night of a back-to-back. They played Detroit and beat them last night. Normally, you see Detroit on the schedule and you think maybe you can get starters a little bit of rest heading into the second night of a back-to-back, but not this time. Detroit played them really well, really tough yesterday. The Cavaliers had to give them everything they had to get that win in Detroit, and it felt like it tonight in Toronto. It felt like they gave everything last night to Detroit and just didn't have quite that same energy, especially not to match Toronto tonight. I feel like tonight was kind of a fun night for the Raptors, getting some of their big-time premier playmakers back. Pascal Siakam came back tonight from an injury. Scotty Barnes, even though he's only out for a couple games, they get him back tonight. And you could tell that kind of rejuvenated them, revitalized them. They were excited to come out and play. They came out with an energy that the Cavs just did not match. Unfortunately, the Cavs didn't play terrible all night, but offensively, the woes from the Detroit game continued, right? They couldn't shoot threes to save their lives, 18%. Only two guys made more than one three-pointer, and some of the guys' offensive numbers were rough. Isaac Okoro had an awful offensive game. Dean Wade's got to figure out a way to be more productive in that lineup. I don't know what that means for him, but he's got to be more productive than just coming out and scoring 8 points. Donovan Mitchell, tough night for Donovan Mitchell. He didn't shoot the ball well. He only scored 8 points. He had an off night. He's entitled to the occasional off night, especially how many on nights he's had. He's entitled to some off nights. Cedi Osman came out and was just firing away from three and not hitting anything. It was just one of those nights. And when you go in there shorthanded without Jared Allen and without Kevin Love and all that, it's even tougher against a good team. So shout out to Evan Mobley. Dude's a superstar, another double-double. Shout out to Darius Garland, who tried to keep the team afloat through a lot of it, a double-double for him as well. But the story of this game is they just didn't have it tonight, and the Raptors took advantage. So they got the 76ers coming up on Wednesday. We'll talk to you after that game. Until then, go Cavs.